Good morning, everybody. Let's continue our unit 3, that is business environment. Let's recall first what we have so far, and then we continue with the new topic. So, see, these are the main characteristics, importance, and internal environment and external environment of the business environment. Concepts of business environment. Today we will learn the another thing, and that is very important. The dimensions economic environment, another is social environment, technological environment, political environment, and legal environment. So first of all, let's go with economic environment. If we talk about the economic environment, so it refers to the economic reforms, economic policies, and conditions of the economic conditions of the country. So what is the economic environment? It refers to all those factors that are related to our economic system, economic policies, economic conditions of the country as well. Because economy means the whatever the GDP is there, whatever the economic conditions are there, whatever the economic policy can be related to the import, export. There are so many rules and regulations related to the economy. The economy about the business. So these are the economic factors. Let's go for the another one, that is social environment. As we know, the business is the part of the society. It has to remain in the society. It has to work for the society and be in the society. So there are so many factors that are related to the society and which affect so much the business, which affect so much the business. These factors are known as the social environment. So all those factors that is related to the social factors that is related to the social environment of the business, that is known as social environment. All the social factors related to the social environment. Let's see what the author has given. It refers to the combination of all characteristics of the society in which organization events exists. Next is the technological. Everybody is well aware about technology. Now, while having your class, you are also using the technology. Whatever the gadgets we are using, whether it is your laptop, PC, your mobile phone, your internet connection, what are these? You are sitting in a room where the lights are there, where the AC is working. What are these? All these are the technical things. Technology is there. Time to time, new innovations are there. New ideas exist in the market just because of the need and the demand of the customers. So what happened in that case? As far as the innovations are there, the new technology just come up. And whenever the new technologies come, as business has to also change themselves and apply some new types, apply some new ideas. Those innovative ideas become very much compulsory for every business to adopt. Otherwise, the business will not be able to survive in the society at any cost. So it is very much compulsory that we should take care of all the dimensions that is related to the technical inventions. So it refers to the innovations relating to the various business activities. The next is the political environment. It refers to all the political condition. Many times we have seen in the society or the economy in our country, the business also suffers just due to the changes take place in the government. Whatever those government policies has been changed, sometimes you have seen some of the government declare some issues and it just went off, and we have to wait for those policies to be implemented till the next government will come and accept that proposal and work on that proposal and apply those policies. So in this way, the political condition of the country, if it is not stable, it harm every business. So political factors also, the political condition of the country is also very much important for the survival or growth of the business. It is to be taken care as well. So it refers to the political condition in the country and the attitude of the government towards business. If I talk about the legal, yes, law, because we are just living in a country that is the democratic, but along with that it's a secular country, no doubt, but we are bound to the laws. We have to maintain, we have to follow the rules of peace while living in the country. Otherwise, if we do anything unfair, if we spoil the peace of the country or do any harmful activity that is not lawful, then any action can be taken. So what is the author is saying? It is the sum of the total of all the activities that is related to the law. So this is your legal environment or the legal dimensions. There are the various factors. These are the various factors which affect on a business. So this is the economic environment, social environment, technological environment, and political environment, as well as legal environment. So next is economic reforms. As the business is the part of the economy, because whatever the value of the goods and services produced by any business, it will be considered as the GDP of the business. GDP means the gross domestic product, and gross domestic product just decide, as well as the per capita income just decide that how the economy's index is there. It developed the economy's index. So we are the part of economy, we are living in the economy, means the business is closely related to the economy. So it is very much compulsory for every business to take care all the economic reforms taken place in the society. It refers to, so what is economic reforms? If you remember in your economics in 10th or 9th standard, you people just come to know there are so many policies are to be formulated and implemented as well after the independence. But this some of that are works, but some not work so well. Just because of that, to do a reforms comes in the year 1991. That's why the year 1991 is also known as the year of the divide, because in that year, in 1991, a new policy has been launched that is known as the LPG policy. LPG means the L stands for liberalization, P stands for privatization, and G stands for globalization. These economic reforms has taken place in the year 1991, which gives a very different shape to the business sector, a very different shape, because due to liberalization, it refers to unshaking the economy from the bureaucratic cobweb to the raise it more competitive. Now, what happened in that case? Earlier to that, 1991, when the liberalization was not there, it is very difficult if you want to establish any industry or any business. But after 1991, all the industrial sector, the rules of the industrial sector, the licensing policies just become so liberal, except very few sectors, very few fields, all the sectors will become free. The licensing policies become so liberal if you want to start any of the industry or the business. So it is the step that is taken to give a rise to more competition, to give a rise to promote more industries. As the more industries will be there, the more GDP. As the more GDP will be there, the economy will develop more. It will give a good rise to the economy and improve the index, economic index or financial index of the economy as well. Because we know very well, the economic index is the symbol of the prosperity and growth of the economy. Another one is the privatization. Privatization means it refers to such economic activities which some of the public sector undertaking are brought either the partially or the completely under private ownership. What happened in that case? Such in this economic process through which some public sector undertaking are brought partially or completely into private sector. If you see or talk to your parents before 1991, as much public schools were not there, as much public hospitals were not there. As per these public things are private hospitals and private schools were not there. Very few private sector are there. Ultimately, basically, all the hospitals or school usually belongs to the government sector or the public sector, we can say. But in 1991, the government just convert all these sectors into private. Means not only the government, whether the private people can also join the sector, can join any of the business, whether it is related to the education, whether it is related to the health, hospitals, laboratories, and all. So in this way, it just give a very good jerk to the sector in which the business exists privately. Nowadays, we can see a lot of private schools are there. A large number of hospitals are there. Specialists are there. No doubt they are charging so high because they are just giving their services privately. And we are finding such a better services in the private sector. When you go, private banks are there as well. You also experience many times when you go to any private place, any of the private sector, you find that whether in the banks, whether in the hospitals, whether in the school, you just get your best. Whatever the situations are there, whatever the conditions are there, whatever the way they attend you, the services they are providing you, that is best. But in the public sector, sometimes we feel so bad because we don't find the good services there. But when the private sector is there, it just gives a very good jump to the economy, as there is rise in the GDP as well as the level of the services and the products provided to the society has a very good standards. The standards has become so high just due to privatization. Globalization, it refers to implementing the process with the rest of the world. When the economy connected with the rest of the world, means if India do the business with rest of the other countries that exist in the world, that is known as the globalization. Because before 1991, our import export policies are so hard. The custom policies are so hard. Custom duty is also there. So many rules that is very hard if you want to do the business at the international level or with the other country. But after 1991, due to reforms taken place in the economic policy, the globalization come into existence, and just because of that globalization, this process, it become very easy for the country to do the business with the rest of the world. So this privatization and these changes just give a very good impact on the business as well as interest rates. The next one, a very small topic that everybody has seen lively. Few years back on November 8, 2019, demonetization taken place. The Prime Minister of the country immediately announced, all of a sudden, in fact, announced that the currency is banned. Which currency? The 1,000 rupee note is banned. So what happened in that case? Means we changed the value of the currency. We merged it. When you merge the currency or any withdrawal of the status of legal tender, then it is known as the demonetization. As this term is demonetization, it is taken place in India in the very near past. Everybody experienced that demonetization situation. You have seen around you. So demonetization means in order to do the economic reforms and to establish the country sometime, this decision is to be taken, whether any legal tender is withdrawn or it is amalgamated, or that will not be in the circulation. That is your demonetization. So demonetization also gives us the tax advantage. It's tax evasion control measure one of, and it is channelize the savings into the formal financial sector, and it creates less cash economy. So in this way, this step has been taken for the betterment of the economy. As the economy will be better, the situation of the business and industry is also become better. So these are the various factors. These are the various dimensions, the economic reforms, the economic policies that is to be taken care by each and every business, because these affect so highly on the working of any of the business. So this is all about the chapter business environment. Now we will have a group discussion and a query session. If anybody have any doubt about this, please ask.